Good evening, my name is Ronnie, Ronald or Raphael. The Hebrew name is Raphael. I am a Jew that is chopped in three and lives on earth. The reason for that is for Jupiter. Jew, pi, terre. Terre, as everybody knows, is earth. Bonjour, mon nom c'est Raphael. Mon nom est juive, cuivre. My name is Ronald. I would like to explain who I am to the best of my knowledge. Obviously, to many others, I'm sick. I'm mentally ill, and that is why I am doing these videos. That is the judgment that one of my good friends has put upon me tonight. He doesn't see me as being sick, but he knows I am because I do these videos. So he thinks it's the sickness that causes me to do the truth of life. But he's never really seen any of the videos, and he doesn't understand them. Today, I was on the bus. On the bus, I was doing my work in my book, and a young student comes up to me and he says, I see what you're writing. He says, a lot of numbers. He says, what are you doing? And I explained to him. He thought it was utterly fantastic. What I do is something for the new age and for those who have been in, let's say, holistic, those who study the stars, the planets, those who do numerology, who can understand the alternate world, the alternate version to life, other than having, what is his name, Darwin, that came in and say, hey, there was a big explosion. Yeah, we made a big explosion. We needed some heat. We needed some energy. So we made a big explosion. So what do? I come on and I study the void. This is a roulette board, okay? I'm not sure if you can see it on my floor, but I have painted it on the floor. Those are the designs, okay? These are the designs. These are the designs that numerology has taught me to do. You want to look up at the ceiling? You want to look down at the floor? It doesn't matter. According to my best friend, I am mentally ill because I am doing this. The only thing I get wrong in my mental illness is I'm nervous all the time. I'm very sentimental and very touchy. I don't like to be taken advantage of or mistreated. I don't think that's a mental illness, right? I don't like to be cooped up, and I like my freedom. So I play it safe and I do things my way, in my reality, following the rules and the regulation of the balance of life around me. What do? I study the void. Simple things, but I take it to the next level. 32, 3 and 2 is 5. 19, 1 and 9 is 10. 5 and 10 is 15. 15, 1 and 5 is 6. This is what I do. I put it down. Why? Because numbers do not have errors. People make errors. People make creation of situations. Situations need to be relevant to some sort of factor, and you cannot push a relevance onto anybody. It has to be felt, thought of. Now, this is who I am. So this video is going out to all the people who come on and they just watch any Mr. Takpan's video. They watch any video and like they don't know what's going on. They just say, what's this guy talking about with numbers? I need to take it back. I just speak the numbers. If you're in science, if you study the sky, if you build cars, if you know anything about tools, I take it to another level. I take 1 and 2 and I say, boom, it's 2 to 1. I take 1 and 2 as 2 to 1 and I say it's valued at 4 and 10. How is 4 and 10 2 to 1? 2 times 4 isn't 10? Of course it is, because the middle is 5. You have to put half of 5 towards the 4, and half of that goes towards the 10. So 2 times 4 is 8, right? Plus the 5 figure that goes with the 4. Add 1. 1 and 4 AD equals to 10. Is it that simple? No. It's not that simple. Here's a dice cube. Here's the 4, okay? Excuse me. Here's the 3, and here's the 1, because in this game, that's the way we play. 3 and 1 is 4. If 3 and 1 is 4, what do you think's on the other side? 10. If I show you the side as 1 and 5 is 6, what do you think's on the other side? Everything equals to 7. 1 and 5, the opposite of 1 is 6, the opposite of 5 is 2, the other side is 26. In the second planet is Venus, In the sixth planet is Saturn. Now, if I go back to front, in the second planet is Neptune. In the sixth planet is Mars. 2, 4, 6, 8. 6 is a half-life. See the half-life? We got the 4 corners. The 4 face corners is 1379. 1 and 9, 10. 3 and 7, 10 creates the X. Its diameter, boom, boom, boom diameter. The diameter from here is 7 minus 2 minus 2, 202 is this one. The diameter here is 404. Now we can talk about this in low shu numbers. Look up low shu. We can talk about this in Chaldean. Look up Chaldean. We can talk about the piano 7th gate and look up gematria, and then we're going to link this to the piano. A, B, C, D is in the center, E, F, G. D is the center of everything, but nothing begins until A reaches C inside of B. It's a half-life on 3, center C. Now this will cut everything in half. This will keep everything square. Why? Because when I write it on this paper, it cuts all the squares in half. Now let's jump. I say, this is what I saw tonight. Greece, 300, right? Because that's what Greece has. 07, 05, 05, 05, 03. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every 0 is valued at 6. It's in the 10th position. It's valued at 60. 240 plus the time clock in the center, right? 5 shows me that this center has split everything apart. What is the value of 4? 4 equals 1 1/4, leaving the center of 5. 1.25 is the answer. 1.25, 1.25. 1.25 times 288 is 360 degrees, 144 hours and 6 days, because God rests on the 7th day. Greece gets 300. Greece gets 343. 19 and 19. Artificial intelligence. The blue and white flag. The Israeli blue and white flag. Quebec. The second Greece. The new Greece lies in Quebec. 300 becomes 366, all zeros equal 6. 366 and 43 becomes 409. Have you seen the train? 409 becomes 469. 23, 23, 23. 4 by 69 is 200. How much is that? 276. Is that not correct? If we looked at this in time, we cannot, because 6 brings us always to the next hour. There is no 69 minutes. Everything ends at 59. 4 times 69 is 276. Is that correct? 4 by 70 is 280. 280 is the cycle of the moon, becomes 286. Cycle of the moon, Venus in charge. I want to jump onto something different. The Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto Blue Jays, if you ever looked at their jersey, they have a slot. The letter is separated with a space. There is a slot in that space. I wasn't sure if I showed you this design, but I can explain it, so I will not. I'm not going to talk about Little Miss Piggy or Kermit the Frog. I'm just jumping around now. 212 equals 5. 313 equals to 19, equals to 1 and 9 is 10. 0 and 10 equals 6. 1 and 6 equals to 7. 2112 and 3113. The height, maximum in the alphabet reverse, maximum in the month reverse. 13 and 31 is 18. 17 in between, which is the queen. Right here, the queen. There's that line that connects. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 5 is 10. 0 equals 6. 6 and 1 is 7. 7 and 5. 5775, the time of George, 2112, 3113 equals 5225. 5225 is 545, and that is the cycle of the IT world that runs inside the sun, because that's the number of the sun. Things I was thinking about, the letter L and S is actually the seal of Solomon. Where else am I going to take this to? I'm just jumping around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the cycle. If you look at a score clock, I was watching a movie, and the dots on that told the time on the clock had this many spaces, and it was done exactly this way, leaving 11:11 digital time in between. ABBA, ABCD in the center, ABCD in the center. 4 and 4 equals 4. because we must run here. 2, 2, 2. This is the cross right over here. 2, 4, 2. The 9 lives of the cat. We have to understand that on a cube, it's either this 6, or it's this 6, or it's this 6. This 6 has 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels, 4 levels. There are 4 levels on this. 4 levels. 4 levels, 4 by 3 equals to 12. What do you look for in a ruler? 12. Just bringing numbers to light. I've done this in a video already. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 5 and 4. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, AD and BC, 6 and 5, 9, 11. Easy. Venus, 9, 4, creation. Venus inside Uranus and Saturn. Mercury inside Neptune. This is what the numbers say. If I had the question, I can take this to another level. Now, I haven't really said very much. The other thing I wanted to mention is silver. Everybody knows what silver is. The word argent in French, okay, is silver. How about the rest of the word? Gentleman, or how about gentleman? Argentina. Silver, the silver flow, something to do with the silver water, or magnesium maybe. What is silver inside the temperature gauge? Not the red, right? We get the red in the temperature, the mercury rising, but what is the silver? It's a silver 9. What is that? What is it silver in? Is it the water that flows in between us? I spoke about Jupiter before, right? The Jew is pi and earth. To tear apart, to rip apart. Pi being split apart. The Jew is a wedge that splits something apart. Quebec is the beautiful province. Now, what did I say in any of this video? Absolutely nothing. What is this? This is one part. I have to make more of this. When we talk about, oh my God, take a look. It's, what do you call that? A number that doesn't go any further than the number it is. A prime number. They don't exist. Prime numbers don't exist. It's one part that's building. It's a building block. A prime number is a building block to something else. And if it is prime, it might be missing A or B. In the game of craps, this doesn't bring you into life. You lose in the game of craps with this. You lose in the game of craps with 1 and 1, and 1 and 2 is a loser in the game of craps, right? 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 is a loser. Also, 6 and 6 is a loser. They both create the odds of 30 to 1. 30 makes 36 because all zeros equal 6 equals to creation. It doesn't equal 4 because 6 is the half-life. It's the parts that are in between. You see this one is up and this one is up. If I put them together, I'm still missing the one in the center. Where is it? On the other side. This is your only 7. Everything else is 5. 7 and 5. G and E. Just like in George. George, O and R is gold. George, the O is 6. The R is 9. Rotation. 6 plus 1. 9 minus 2 equals to the gateway. And in craps, you don't get anywhere with 1 and 2. You don't begin until you get 4. This is a 2 to 1 payout, and this is a 2 to 1 payout. Okay? When you get it on the come out roll. Otherwise, you need to buy your life into getting this, and you pay the price to get these odds. Okay? What else is there? We have to understand that 2 and 5 is 9. 2 and 5 is 9. The odds on 5 and 9 are 7 to 5. 5 and 9, the opposite of each other, same odds. FIVE equals to 42. 9 lives of the cat. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is the only one that makes it perfect. 6 and 8. This angle here and this angle here. The railroad tracks. There's also railroad tracks along the river. One on this side, one on that side. The river's going right through. You'll be tracking that one all day long. The numerological count for, let me do this one, is 6, is 52. Earth is also 52. 5 and 2 is 7, right? The numerological count for 1 is 34. 3 and 4 is 7. 52, 7, 34, 7, look, count. 1 and 6 is 7. Coincidence? I don't think so. We run on vibration. And I only know this because of what people have told me, or what I've heard because of what I believe. I never used to believe this, but now I do because I am prime witness to it. It's not my mental disability, it is my mental ability, the way I perceive it. You want to put me down, you can come put me down, but I don't promise I'm always going to read your information, because we're not looking to go down, we're looking to go up, we're looking to join together in the circle of life. Nothing is everything. What is inside nothing is everything, because it doesn't matter where you are inside nothing, because nothing is everyone. It's tubular. The sun is an oscillation, just like the barber pole. The moon equals to 57. The moon runs on a cycle of 28. 57 and 28? No. What about 28 and 29? 28 and 29 equals to 57. The 29th day in the 4th year of a leap year is an extra day, 24 hours. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, the 9 lives of the cat. 57 and 28, the cycle. 67, 77 is 85. Silver matrix, S-I-L-V-E-R, equals to 85. And that water is boiling from the sun that is mirrored off somehow the joint account inside the moon. Now, everything is crazy, but I'm talking numbers now. I'm not telling you the truth of what I learned online reading a book. I'm telling you what I read in numbers. 1 and 6 is 7, 2 and 6 is 8, 3 and 6 is 9, 9 to 6, 8 to 5, 7 to 4. 1 and 2 is 3, 1 and 5 is 6, 1 and 8 is 9, so these 2 rows go to here. 4 and 2 is 6, 4 and 5 is 9, 4 and 8 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. So still all of these go over here. 7 and 8 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6, 7 and 5 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 4 and 2 is 6. But it becomes 6, it becomes 0, 6. So when you have a 0, 6, 0 becomes 60, plus 6 becomes 66, 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. When you add them in their own, 1 and 7 equals 8, 1 and 4 equals 5. 1 and 1 equals 2, 2 and 2 equals 4. 2 and 5 equals 7, 2 and 8 equals 10, 0 equals 6, 6 and 1 is 7, 3, 6, 9, 3 and 3 is 6, 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 9 and 9 is 18, 1 and 8 is 9. So everything has formation. 9 minus 4 minus 4, 7 minus 2 minus 2, 4 and 2 are in the corners, low shoe is 4 and 2 in the corners. Venus, Mars take up the corners, and Venus runs the moons through Mercury. Mercury and Venus are a team. When you play the game of the 7th gate, it's a team. The piano, the first letter, okay, the first letter in the piano, the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd, and the 29th. A, 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 A. A, H, O, V. A, H, O, V. Ahovah. It's Jehovah, because the K is also a J. Why is the K a J? Because 3 out of the 4 years, it's a J. There's only a 29th A on the 4th leap year, in which we lose 24 hours a day, 3 years in a row, losing number 72. 72 is the cycle of time. 72, 7 times 2, 7 plus 2 is 14 and 9, equals 23. Where do we get the next one? There's one piece I'd like to show you. Where is this piece? 28 plus 1. I wrote it down. I might have thrown it out. Boy, oh boy. I think it's in Tina. Inside Tina, Argentina, 9, 14 equals 23. Plus 1 equals 24. That is your 9 lives of the cat, 23 plus 1. Because it's 23 plus 1, 23 plus 2, 23 plus 3. We do this because we play the 7th gate in the game of craps, and that is the cycle of the come out roll. So we minus or plus these numbers. We all know that 1 is between 2. We all know that 1 is between 4 on the 5 dice. Anyways, we're going to leave it at this. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I think the new Greece and the Greece gods are coming back to Canada. Here in Quebec, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.